Hello and welcome to Let's Talk the Shorts episode 4. I'm your host, Uncle Chad. How's everybody doing? It's been a very cold day here in my city where I live at, but it's been spiritually fire hot. That's what I would say. It's been spiritually just a blessing and a great day. And I communicated with a lot of people on a spiritual level, and getting putting it out there about the Direct My Path Positive Living outreach program. I've been getting positive feedback from that as of late, which is a great thing. Um, in my personal life, things are just really falling in line. The Lord is just being kind and blessing and anointing my life with positivity. I'm sorry, and spirituality. Where this show, Let's Talk, is a reality show. It's real. It's not scripted. I'm giving you me straight from the hip, so I'm a mess up. Had to put that in there, but yeah, basically, it's been a fulfilling and spiritual day. Big shout out to my little bro in Savannah, Georgia, Ron Deasy, bam. Big shout out to one of my supervisors at FedEx, Mr. Vic. Big shout out. Big shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because thanks to the Heavenly Father, things are getting better. What I'm saying? My relationship with my mother is getting where I want it to be. It's a lot of positiveness going on, and all in all, it's just been a blissful day, and talking about spirituality, this morning I'm having a conversation with with my homie or whatever, and he was telling me about his experience. He's trying to be a spiritual person and share that with people and everything like that, and instead of people being positive about the situation and have really given him, being uplifting to him and encouraging him. You know what I'm saying? They dwell on the negative side or the other side of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But people, we're not perfect. In spirituality, being a spiritual person and living a godly life is a constant work. And it's a constant work that, in my own opinion, when it's a choice, and when you're ready to take that on and humble yourself to do that, you have to make sure that you're mentally prepared. It's not easy just to go from one day living your life doing what you want to do and say, okay, I'm gonna just start living this spiritual life to where I'm not gonna do nothing that I've done before. Even with me in my walk, this has been a process of a 5-year process. But actually it's been longer because I became a baptized Christian in 2002. But that's what I wanted also to discuss is, you know, how the Heavenly Father validated and showed Himself to me in my life. That okay, His presence is really here. He walks with us. He carries us when we can't walk for ourselves. If you believe and you trust in Him, He'll be there. But anyway, the situation was back in 2011. I was incarcerated for child support, failure to pay child support. Being honest and being real, and in this situation, I had never been to jail before. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to think. I really, I just went in blind. And, excuse me, and not knowing about the situation and growing up hearing things, hearing stories, and what I'm saying, talking to people and all this thing. So I went in with this this expectation, and dealing with the simple fact of I don't like to be boxed in. It's like claustrophobia. So these are all of these issues that I'm working with and everything. And I was already baptized Christian. I believe and had faith and trusting in the Lord. So my prayer was, what I'm saying, I gotta do this. There was no way for me to get out of it because it was for child support, but it was on a failure to appear, and I had to do that time. So, like I said, it was my first time not knowing what it was about and things like of that nature. So, I really I immersed myself in trying to mentally accept and deal with things that I didn't know that I could deal with, because I was in my 30s, never had been in no trouble like that or whatever, never been incarcerated, didn't know what to think and didn't know what to expect. And so the thing was, the stereotypical thing, I didn't want to be in a cell with anybody that was homosexual or some knucklehead that I'm gonna have to, get violent with or whatever, have any conflict with or whatever. So, I when I was in the holding cell, I was just praying through the whole situation. So I was just praying to the Heavenly Father, you know, to to watch over me, to protect me. From these things that I was feeling and what I was thinking. So once I got out of the holding cell and everything like that, and went upstairs and everything, um, it was like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody was asleep or whatever. But went in and there was this older guy. Um, don't really want to say his name because I don't have permission and everything. But a good guy. What I'm saying. He was a Mason. He was kind of he had knowledge of spirituality, knowledge of the Bible, and things of such nature. So talking to him, it would turn out to be a pretty good situation on that level. Being able to talk to someone about the word and reading the Bible together and things like that right there of that nature. And, that's what I had prayed for. What I'm saying? This guy, he didn't cause me no problems. We sit up there and laugh all night long and, just all kind of good positive things along with getting closer to the word and things of such nature. And then when he got out, it was just a situation, back to his situation again. Don't want nobody homosexual. Don't want nobody that I was gonna have a problem with. So the second guy that I bumped with at that time, he was an ex preacher. So this is to what I'm saying is that God was steady being in the equation. What I'm saying, making me, helping me to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing. I was asking the Lord to protect me from all the wickedness that was in this environment and things like that. And then another incident as far as him showing that he had my back and he was protecting me. Once this guy, the ex preacher, left, it was this white guy, a young white guy that really didn't know nothing. So what I'm saying, the whole experience was helping me to get closer to the Heavenly Father, and he was protecting me, showing his realness. But also with the Heavenly Father showing me his realness, Satan also showed his realness also. Now, mind you, like I said, I studied, and being incarcerated, you have nothing really to do, you know, but either study or go play basketball or play checkers or watch TV or, do whatever. Me, I spent most of my time uh, drawing, studying the Bible, talking to anybody who knew anything about spirituality because I gained this profound interest in learning about wisdom, learning about religion, what I'm saying, learning the differences and finding out the relevances and the similarities in different cultures, you know what I'm saying, as far as religion go. But one day I was down in the bay in the park, and I just decided that I would go down and read and do a little studying with my Bible. And I was in the back of the park by where the chairs and everything, and everybody else was up front either playing basketball, playing checkers, uh, and watching TV. But as soon as I sat down and I started reading my Bible, you know, the guys came back there where I was at. You know, they started sitting at the table right next to me. You know, and I'm trying to read and trying to study and trying to focus, and they were right next to me with loud talking and vulgar language and all this stuff right here. So it was kind of distracting me, you know, like I just didn't want to be in my room studying. You know, I just wanted to be out in the open air. Well, not open air, but I wanted to be out in the park to do my studying. So it started distracting me. So I started, really, instead of just reading in my mind, I started kind of reading out loud. So the more and more I read, the louder and louder they got. So I had to get louder. So finally, after like maybe 15 minutes, you know, before we had to lock down, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, you know, I'm trying to study. I'm trying to get into the word or whatever. So they want to be over here, you know, because by the time I got ready to get up, it was people on the left side of me and the right side of me. And everybody was just talking so super loud. And like they was having a good time. So I was like, well, I can't do it like this. It's about time to lock down. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the room and just study because I got to lock down in a minute anyway. So I asked the CO to roll my door so I can go inside my room, you know, whatever. And I got up there and I was, you know, just now I'm still, once I got in there, I still hear all of this loud laughing and cussing and all of that type of stuff right there. But like after maybe 3, 4 minutes in the room, I hear just silence, total silence outside of the door. And all those guys that were on both sides of the table I was sitting at, once I got up and left with the Bible and went to my room, they disbanded. You know, and in my own opinion, that was Satan because he didn't want me to get what I was trying to get. You know, out in his area where his domain where he ruled at. Because that was jail, you know. Most people in there for doing crimes or doing something wrong anyway, you know. And then some of the guys that's in there that cling to the word or whatever, just trying to keep from going to prison. You know, a lot of stuff that I realized like that. But um, I just say that to help people to understand that how I feel in the road and the path that I'm on now is because the Heavenly Father has shown His relevance and His presence in my life to where He helped me to see that, okay, you can't see me, but I protect you. I carry you through all situations. You have faith in me. You believe in me. I'll show you just what I can do. And that was back then, you know. And true enough, I backslid a little bit, you know, and things got worse in my life for a good little while, you know. But then when I decide, okay, enough is enough, I wanted to serve the Lord because I already know your power and your strength, you know, I need to clean up my get myself together. He came back, you know, and been working with me ever since and working on me ever since. And you know, uh, November of 2017, well, no, it was July of 2017, my birthday. And I decided that, hey, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to be somebody different. I'm going to be a better father. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a better person. You know, I'm going to be a better servant in His word and His will. You know, and I start putting forth an effort, you know, to mend certain bridges, you know, in my life to where, you know, things that make me happy, that's where I cling to. And my life has been better, you know what I'm saying? So I was at a point in my life to where I lead myself in his word, and let him show me the way. Let the Heavenly Father show me the way. He guides my path. He carries me throughout the day. He keeps me happy. And that's what I wanna help other people to find that situation. To help find that truth, that faith, that trust, in order to better their life and to move forward and keep moving forward. Let every step that you make be in the name of the Heavenly Father. You know, give Him the grace and the glory that He carries you. He protects